11 April 2023 Tuesday. Let's discuss today's market with the TWB chart, shall we? Let's go. Now, first of all, before we look into the market, I want to let you take a look at the China A50 right now, because it's something pretty cool. Now, this is China A50 that I've been sharing you guys. And in all honesty, this was what everybody was actually talking about. Now, the China A50 broke above my downtrend channel during this period of time that was between 28th to 30th of March. And after that, you can see it collectively stays above the moving average, which is the MA200 and the MA30. So this is all good. In fact, as of the last few days, the China A50 actually stays above the two MAs, and that actually shows that there could be a further upside. But very interesting today, we can see the China A50 retrace back, broke below the 38.2 Fibonacci, and now both of it and is trading below the two moving average. This is something that's my positive, because by right, with all this movement here itself, it should stay and go higher. So today, a pullback like this is mind-boggling, and I feel that, right, if you look at it right now, if I make the chart a little bit smaller, okay, remember that I have this trend line that have stretched all continent, and I said that that is a very interesting thing. That phenomenal here is that if the market cannot go above it convincingly, it may pull back. And the thing is this, there is a chance now the China A50 may go back to 3,000 again, because of the moving average right now and the RSI. All this tells me that there could be a chance of China A50 going back to 13,000. So guys, watch out for this tomorrow. This could be a key highlight. Okay, let's look at the US market right now for the Dow Jones and the TWB chart. Okay, let's bring up to you. Okay, so pretty clear now. We are still pretty bullish at the moment. Based on the chart factor here, the Dow has the right to potentially go to 33,744 level based on the next KCB level. All right, and for the TWB chart, you can see the KSI and no KCX shows that the bullishness is there too. So overall, the Dow can still push up to 33,744 in the near term, but there is a strong resistance at 33,669. Only if the market break 33,669, then we can see 33,744. But do note, 33,494 will be a very important support level for today. Now, the last few days, we can see that the market was basically very heavily supported around this area, and that's about 33,450 level. So let's take a look and see how it goes today. But overall, the market still stays and rooting for the upside and downside. Yeah. Now, for the NASDAQ, we have a very interesting pullback yesterday. The NASDAQ pulled back pretty strongly, then reverse course and recover. But still, for today itself, right, the downside potential, you can see it's flipping right now. It's about 13,044. It's very nearby. And next one is 12,951. So if you ask me, right, I think going down to 12,951 is highly possible. And what's the reason for that? Well, let's take a look on the TWB chart, shall we? Now, the TWB chart shows that today is a DJD, is a Doji directional day. So by right below OP is a sell, and it's pretty nearby to the pivot 2, which is 12,031. And if the market breaks that, there could be some selling. Now, the thing is this KSI and KCX now is green and blank. So usually that means that there'll be some buying. So as long as the market could stay above OP, right, which is 13,057, then of course the selling pressure is there. But at the moment now, we are slightly above OP, but the color have changed to red in color now. So I'm just going to tell you this. The NASDAQ has to stay above 13,031 to stay firm on the upside. If not, there will be some profit taking again. Okay, let's look at S&P 500 right now. S&P 500 is still rooting to the upside, and now there is possible to go for 41.23. That is the next KCB. Of course, the next higher level is 41.48, which I don't think it will happen, at least for now. Now, for today, for the TWB chart, you can see that okay, it's a DJDD, just something like the NASDAQ. And the thing is this, today opening price is actually above the pivot 1, 4096. So by right above OP is a buy, and that's why now it's still above OP. But just so you know, when the market opens above pivot 1, as long as it stays above OP is a buy. But once it goes below OP, right, you cannot do anything. And because MLP is so nearby, right, it's not going to be difficult to give a small little guess that if the market break MLP, maybe it'll come back down to 4096 to find some support. KSI is green and KCX is blank, though that means that the bullishness is still around the corner. Yeah. Okay, that will be the US market. Let's look at the Hang Seng, a quick one on Hang Seng. Now for Hang Seng, it's pretty clear. Hang Seng today open supposed to go higher, which indeed it went up to 20,778, 20,780. Then after that, it hit the high and it pulled back. Quite interesting, a double bottom, double top. And then what happened now is trading at 20,430 level, as close now. So the downside potential could be as low as 20,195 in the next few days. But today, because its opening price was already above pivot 1, that's why today, once the market opened, you should be buying into the market. And true beto, it went up by almost 200 points. So that is the right thing to do. If the KSI, you can see there, and the KCX is blank. So that's the reason why today, when the market's above OP, it was a buy on once the market started. Yeah. So all this information can tell you that what you can trade every single day, and if you follow rules, you should be fine. Now this is the NASDAQ, this is the Nikkei, and you can see for the Nikkei chart, most likely you can go for is 28,091. And of course, this morning Nikkei opened slightly below the pivot 1, but once it crossed the pivot 1, you can see straight away it went up higher. The pivot 1 is 27,898, and today high is 28,054. That means the market went up by 150 points from then on above the pivot 1. So again, that shows strength and the belief on the pivot 1. All right. So for Nikkei, as long as it stays above 27,898, things are going fine. We can even see going higher if we can go 28,174. Okay, so that is the Nikkei and Hang Seng. Let's look at FTSE right now. Now, FTSE this morning has gap up, and of course the gap is almost filled up, almost about 7,800. That will be the gap covering. Now the thing is this: if FTSE continue to go up further, we can even see 7912. But from the chart aspect itself, right, it's still possible because now we have a clear opening price above the pivot 1. So as long as it stays above OP, we should be getting higher. And of course, the first target will be 7912. KSI is green, KCX is blank. So that again confirmed the upside for FTSE. Now that is FTSE. Let's look at the DAX market, shall we? Now for DAX, right, it's not as adventurous as FTSE, but let's take a look right now. Here we go. Now for DAX, now the opening price is actually going upwards, and let me just double check. Is there any KCB on top here? I think don't have. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, the upside could go all the way to 15,857. That is possible. Then the thing is this: as we know, pivot 1 itself is 15,728, where we are now trading nearby. So if the market breaks above 15,728, then of course going all the way to 15,857 is really, really possible. KSI is green, KCX, so it's still very bullish as of now. Yeah. Okay, so we've done the European market. Let's look at the crude oil market. A quick one on crude oil. Now, crude oil is just basically having basically black, white candlestick. So it's not half surprised to see a white candle today. Now, for today's upside could be $80.65. And do note the market has been trading sideways for a long time, because ever since when OPEC Plus cuts the production, crude oil has been maintaining. And this is not healthy, because if the maintenance stays strong, then that means that the next target, crude oil, could be going to be easily $81. All right, so watch out for this. It is possible. Now for today, crude oil, look at it. It's an inverse pivot. Wow, interesting. So inverse pivot, usually the market will ding dong around the area between 81.19 to 79.56. Okay, so we will look carefully at this right now. KSI is green, no KCX. Once again, that means there's bullishness in crude oil at the moment right now. Okay, we're done with crude oil. Now let's look at the currency market. For pound, it is coming down a little bit. Pound has recovered today. It went back up to 124.12. So like it is possible to see 124.39. The only thing is that it's on the KCB side. For the TWB chart right over here, we have a bit of issue right now. Let's take a look. The opening price is actually slightly around here. It's below the BNB RL level, as you can see. So the thing is this: as long as the market cannot break above the BNB RL, which is here, then most likely there will be downside or sideways movement, right? Only if it breaks above it. Now KSI is green, no KCX. So that's why we need to break the BNB RL then we can see a further upside for pound. Okay, that's for pound. And then if you look at this dollar yen yesterday did a very strong recovery on itself after the recent sell-off. So the thing is this, let me just bring in the picture here. Okay, so for this right now, if the dollar yen pulls back, it can go back towards the 132.05. If it's not itself, right, then most likely going to go higher, and this time around you may even test 134 level. Now for the dollar yen with the TWB chart, right, you can take a look right here. It's pretty clear the market tried to go up, and once it hits the BNB RL level, right, it's just stopped there because it's a very strong RL level. It's a strong entry to go in. So only if you break the BNB RL, then we can see much higher. Then we can look at 134.26 and even higher. All these numbers are all made available for you in the TWB chart. Yeah. All right, KSI and KCX is all helping you right now. So everything going fine. All right, you just have to follow through. Now this is euro, and euro has rebounded a little bit today. Same thing like the pound, the euro now recover, and then we are seeing on our screen here is a recovery back all the way to the previous yesterday's opening price of 1.0893. So basically you can see from the screen here, KSI is green and the score KCX. So that's why all the thing have been done pretty nicely. So that's why you need to follow the indexes, follow the key rules and stuff, and then you should be doing fine. So the upside will be pivot 2-1 today, 1.0917. So hopefully it breaks there and we can see more movement. Now do note once again that all traders just need to remember this. We are here to make money from the market, so we don't need to predict the market, just to follow through and you should be doing fine. So for gold today, it has recovered above and now it's trading 1999. So by right, the next target can be as high as 2021 level. I think that will be the next level. Yeah, we had to call at the moment right now 2021, but still today the opening price, as you can see, the opening price is actually below the pivot one, and once you break pivot one, 19,993, it'll be a buy. And truth be told, right now gold has broke above 1993. That's why gold now trading at 1999. And because KSI is green and there's no KCX, that's why breaking above a pivot one is really stroll in park. So remember this, guys, whenever you see the market trading above the pivot one or breaking above pivot one, watch out for it. This could be a very simple trade to make some good money for the market. Yeah. Okay, let's look at it right now. We have done the gold, we'll get silver. Okay, for silver for today, we have a few lines to watch out for. The first line. Okay, the first is 30,196, which already having given. The next target will be 31,352, and that is really possible because now you can see on the screen the market opens below the pivot one, but now trading above pivot one. So as long above OP, above pivot one, it will be buy, and of course we can see that there's some selling wave happening right now. The screen it's about 30,178. Remember, it was on the line. Okay, so the thing is, this was 30,178. So we all both can see that the market is now trading above pivot one, and that's pretty bullish for now, right? Okay, so we are done with the Bitcoin, and let's look at Ethereum. And Ethereum now has pulled back. Ethereum has pulled back a little bit right now. There's a strong resistance at 1938. You can see that 1938 is a very strong resistance. It was resisted once, so like it happened again. And for Ethereum, if it stays above pivot one, it will be a buy, and of now it's happening. But if you watch out for this, the 1911 is a very important support level. Support level for now. If it pulls back, then there will be some selling. All right, that's why I think I missed out silver. I apologize on that bit of not paying attention. Okay, so what we have right now for silver is there's a strong resistance at $25.17. By right today, once you break 24.90, it's a pivot one trade, classic, and KSI is green, no KCX. So we should see further upside, but it's a new BNB RL over here. So let's see how it goes. But I think that to hit 25.17 is very, very possible for today's market. All right, that'll be all for today. Hope you guys have loved the great sharing here, because everything is really followed by the T and the book. You just have to follow the numbers and make money from the market. This is Cal signing off. Have a great day. Bye-bye.